Riley,
Yeah.
you've been through a lot
Yeah.
and I want to hear about it.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you flexibility to be able to voice your frustrations, your concerns, your issues, as long as you're respectful and not profane. You can say whatever you want to say. Again,
Well,
with those two caveats, respect and
Yeah. I mean,
because
it irritated me. It just irritates me a little bit. So I think I'm just gonna,
it does, but this is where you get the ability to say nothing's going to be used against you. You have feelings that you want to express. And quite honestly, I'm going to let you know that the drug team and we don't know the ins and the outs of any of the things that you went through the last, I think it was about 4 months, because you've been tabled and you've been here to figure out what was going on. And now apparently it was unsubstantiated.
because it didn't happen.
Okay, so tell me about that, because you have to be going through a gamut, a lot of feelings and emotions.
So, this dude had a warrant and he asked me for a ride to go get him some cigarettes. I told him, yeah, sure, I'll come get you because I knew he had a warrant. I knew they were going to send him to treatment. Told him, picked him up, brought him to the store. I tell him, dude, just go to treatment. I went to treatment and helped me. I got sober. It's really not that bad. You just got to do what you got to do to take care of what you got to take care of to move on from it. Okay. So then, whatever, he gets picked up like an hour after I leave his house. I hear it on the scanner. I'm sitting at my dad's. I hear it on the scanner. So I'm like, okay, well, best case scenario could happen. He didn't, he didn't turn himself in, but he didn't kick out with anything, whatever, So now he's just going to go to treatment, get clean, whatever. Okay. So Monday, I go to my PO office, do my meeting, everything. She's like, oh, yeah, keep up the good work, go home. They call me back. They're like, oh, you got to come back to the office. I said, all right, come back to the office. They bombard me, they arrest me, and they said, you're under investigation. They won't even tell me what I'm under investigation for. And then on top of it, they looked me right in the eyes and said, if you didn't do anything, you have nothing to worry about. Well, 4.5 months later, I'm looking, probably should have been a little worried. And I laid it out for him exactly what happened, because I've been in this mindset. Okay, he's had 4 or 5 violations. They're in there, they're sweating him. He's going to treatment. He doesn't want to look like he doesn't want to. No, I'm not going to tell you who's doing what, blah blah blah, because that's going to look bad. He's trying to get out of jail, not stay in jail. He's going to treatment. He wants to look like he's getting sober. Who else better to throw under the bus than the kid who's sober doing drug court? Oh, he probably won't get in that much trouble. Heaven forbid I give my real meth dealer up, because that's going to cause all sorts of issues. And then when I do come back, and if I want to use, I'm not going to be able to get it. So I'm just going to throw Riley's name out there, and he probably won't get in that much trouble, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently this is a hearsay state. And then on top of that, I gave him my phone, gave him my messages, gave him my password, was completely cooperative, whatever. And then on top of that, they log hey, guess we ain't friends anymore. That was logged in as evidence. I don't know, code for narcotics deal, I guess.
Who's not friends anymore? You and the
Me
person?
and another person that sent me the text. Now, mind you, I didn't answer any of these texts, okay? My one buddy said, hey, can you get anything? I told him, straight up told him, I said, yeah, he's probably asking me for weed. It's no secret that I used to sell drugs. Did I not, when I came back from treatment, I did not want to get a phone, right?
I ordered you to get a phone.
Yes, right. And I do it, yeah, I probably should have just been shutting them people out, but I just have I have a hard time doing that with some people because I've been through a lot with some people, okay? It's just easier to just tell them no and just move on from it. And then they say, well, he's got a bunch of messages that are deleted but can't be recovered. Well, where are these messages and why can they not be recovered? Because they were never there. They never got deleted. So yeah, I mean, yeah. And sitting in there for 4 months, why I'm sitting there thinking, why should I want to follow the law? Because I was just following the law, doing everything they were supposed to, jumping through all their hoops, and I still end up in jail. So, but then I thought, I don't even want to go back to that life anymore. It's just not for me no more. So whatever, if I do get revoked, I'm just going to get out, do whatever. My mom is just distraught. My father's through the roof about it. My grandparents are heartbroken. Like, it's just, and on top of that, I lost my job. So I've got to find another job now. So, I mean, yeah. That's all
I know it sounds a lot of negative, and I don't even know the experience that you went through. Okay. I don't know any of those things because you were then again had to be put on the shelf over here until we could figure out what was
Yeah,
happening.
and I understand that they did have to do their investigation and stuff, but I was sober, doing everything, was completely cooperative, told him everything, explained everything. The one message that looked bad, I told him you can call the guy, it was for a roof job. Yeah, it's worded kind of funny. It said, hey, do you still got that? Do you still got that roof job? He didn't specify that, but it looks bad. I'm gonna tell you that it looks bad right now. I told him, call him up. He's gonna tell you it was to do a roof job because we had to replace some ridge cap and he was supposed to help me with it. They never called him. I know that. They never called and asked him.
So there are, I know it doesn't seem like it or feel like that right now, but there are positives. Even though you
I
feel like
know.
there are a lot of negatives right now,
Oh,
there
I
are
know.
positives, and there are things that you probably have now learned.
Yeah.
Tell me
Keep
one
bad
thing.
company.
Don't keep bad company, right?
Right.
So
I mean, I was literally trying to help the dude out.
but can I backtrack a little with your help? You wanted to help the dude out.
Yeah.
You wanted to help the dude out that you
Yeah, I knew he
knew
had warrants and stuff.
had a
yeah.
warrant.
I know that,
right?
yeah. And I knew I was in the wrong for all that, but I just would have,
I mean, what a
I've been there.
big
whatever.
lesson to learn. Big lesson,
Yeah.
right? And I know that nothing can bring this 4 months back for you, but I'm really hoping that we're gonna be able to, that you're gonna be able to pick right back up where you left off.
Yeah, nothing's changed for me. Just 4 months down the road. I mean, and got a little wake up call. I really don't like jail. I remember that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I don't like you in jail.
Yeah, I don't. Just irritates me. I wasn't doing any. I've done a lot of stuff to end up in jail. I mean, you've dealt with me for however long. You know my juvenile history. That was pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, and then whatever and whatever. I've continuously gotten better and better and better, and then just whatever.
I'm gonna say that when it came up that you had allegations and that you were in the process of being revoked, it was a shock because from where you were in the juvenile, especially after the last drug court hearing prior to that, prior to you being in custody again, I just praised you because and your mother praised you, and it was right around your birthday, and how many great steps and changes that you have made in your life.
Right, and then it's just nothing's gonna change about that. Just whatever.
What do you mean?
Just gonna finish drug court and get off probation.
I think those are two very good and positive things.
Keeping the same plan.
And you're going to continue to change your life, right?
Yeah.
Because you are a much better Riley.
Well, I know that's what my mom said too. And she was gonna testify in the hearing. She wrote up this big letter. She's like, I was pretty calm through the whole, just getting mad and doing whatever. The old me did whatever. If the old me had something like this happen, it's just
The old you
what I
would have
mean.
shut down. The old you would have started throwing things, cussing. The old you would have continued to go down that negative, angry path.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even checked in, and they would have let me out of jail, and I would have went on the run until you caught me again. I mean, I was already looking at all my time. Might as well just do whatever. And you know what I mean? And I would have been like thinking of the whole whatever, he did this to me, so now I got to do this. But I'm not like that no more because whatever. He's got his own issues. I've had my own issues. I'm just gonna forgive him. Leave it at that.
You're gonna forgive him?
Yeah, I'm gonna forgive him. That's my only choice. Literally, is it my only choice? Okay.
Well, you can forgive him, but don't forget.
Oh no, I'm not gonna forgive, but I gotta forgive him. I mean, that's my only option at this point,
That is because that's otherwise it'll pull you down too.
Right.
If you continue to grow hate or negativity.
Right. Yeah.
But has it made you reflect on perhaps changing the people you?
Right. I mean, I really wasn't hanging out with that many people. Yeah, I gave him a ride to the store, and a couple of my friends that text me, but I mean, I've cut all of them off now because I have a hard time shutting people out, but I mean,
This should be a lesson that sometimes some people need to be shut out.
Yeah. I'm bad at that too, but I had to do it.
Well, you're
I'm
growing.
gonna change my number too.
Great, because I was going to talk about that too. Lessons probably need to change your number. Not a probably, you need to change your number.
Yeah.
You need to change who has
Well,
that
yeah,
number.
that's the whole thing too, is that was my number from last November when I went on the run, so everyone had it.
So change your number
Yeah,
because you're changing Riley. So change your number and only give the people that will benefit your life, that will improve your life, access
Right.
to Riley.
Yeah. Like I said, this is whatever. This is just a setback. This ain't gonna be my downfall. I'm just doing whatever. I'm gonna
It's
keep
not going to be
going.
your downfall. And I'm glad to hear you say that. And I really am glad to hear the words that you said, shut certain people out of your life. Those are good words of wisdom. Okay, so Riley, are we on the same page here? You're gonna continue to improve your life, to be sober, to do those things.
But yeah, I'm not gonna go backwards. I mean, whatever. There's a setback. What you know?
It was a setback. It wasn't a complete fall.
Nope. Was about to be there for a minute. It looked like.
But it's not.
Right.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to talk about or you want to say or
Nope.
let me know?
Nope.
All right. So I'm looking forward to having you back.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing all your continued progress and improvements.
Do I stay where I was at then?
Yes,
Just okay,
you
cool.
because like I told you, we put a pin in it. We
Yeah.
stopped, we put you on hold, we put you on a shelf. You start exactly where you left off.
All right, cool.
Can you handle it?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
going to be back on track?
Yeah.
Because this right now, I want you to air all of the things that you want to right now. This is your time.
Yeah, I'm good. That was my whole big thing, is like drug court was whatever. I was been out of control or whatever since I was like 12. Drug court was like the one thing, like long term, like thing that I was gonna do and commit to and actually finish without, it not being illegal or whatever.
Well, drug court will be one of the things you've completed and finished,
Right.
but you've done other things too. You got your GED in record time.
Yeah.
You got your driver's license.
Yeah.
So you have
Well, you
had
know what I mean,
big
like long
accomplishments.
term thing that I stick with or whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. How many days have you been
I'm
sober?
sober for 172.
Good job. All right. Let's move on. Amanda. How are you doing, Amanda?
I'm doing good, really good.
I heard you got the puppy.
Yeah, we got the puppy. What else? I started working last week.
How does it feel?
It feels good. This is what I've been praying for, and just, so it's awesome. I'm just grateful.
Yeah, and you walk in here today with a big smile, and it's just like a totally different Amanda than a year ago.
Yeah, even just months ago, you know what I mean?
And it looks like you are just so excited for your life and where you are.
Yeah.
So tell me, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to let me know? Because really, you've just been doing great. You've been doing all that you need to do. You're keeping up with getting a job, having a puppy, taking care of the kids, looking for housing.
Yeah.
What else?
That's pretty much, just, and I'm just getting used to, being away from my son because I was with him, 24/7. So that's kind of like a big, not a struggle, but like, that I'm just getting used to or whatever. So, and he's getting used to it too, though. So, I mean.
So who's watching him?
My mom.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, my mom, my stepdad, everyone at the house. Yeah.
And I know right now you're in a solid and stable place with your sobriety and with your life and where you want to go. But have you thought about a sponsor yet?
I mean, I've been thinking about it, and there's like meetings in Shell Lake, like the NA ones or whatever, that I really like, and there's people there that I can probably ask. So yeah, I've been thinking about it though.
How about next drug court, you give me an update and let me know if you've found anybody who can be a sponsor.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because even though you're doing so amazing and so great right now, we want to make sure that, and you want to make sure that if you are having those times where you're feeling a little bit not in this place, if you have any triggers or you have anything that's pulling you one way, that you have somebody that you can share that with, that can understand and that can talk you through things.
Okay.
So it'd be good to locate a sponsor.
Okay.
Okay. What else do you want to talk about?
I mean, I'm pretty boring these days, but you know,
Boring is
I
good.
I like boring now. You know what I mean? Because you know, my life growing up is just, it was rough, but now I'm just, you know, I'm content. It feels good to be content. You know, I'm getting there. You know, I'm just, you know, I can be content. You know what I mean? And that's a good feeling.
I'm glad. I am so glad to see you like this, Amanda. How many days have you been sober?
49 days.
Jeremy.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
What's up?
So Jeremy, I'm hearing positive things with you.
Cool.
Did you say cool?
I said cool.
Cool. All right. What kind of positive things do you want to tell me?
Well, I'm sober.
That's a big positive.
Just staying busy, trying to balance all this workload and drug court and kids. We got more kids coming.
And when do your daughters come?
15, 14 days.
In 14 days?
Yeah.
And they're there the whole summer? Do they go see their mom like sometime?
Yeah, they gotta go back for 10 days, which is new. We just settled mediation last week, so she gets them for 10 days, some whenever during the summer, and then she gets them the last week, obviously before school starts. So, but they'll be up here, and they're doing summer school up here, and yeah, we're excited.
Excellent. So you're trying to manage working and kids and home life and sobriety and all of those things, and trying to fit in all the requirements for drug court. How has that been for you?
It's good. It's a lot of work. It's you know, running a business and making sure the bills are paid. Scheduling, it's been difficult because, you know, my mentality is like, I can fit that in, you know, and then I think I was late I was late to see my PO this week. I had to drop off a tool I rented, and we went and set out to do it Sunday night, so we didn't have to do it Monday morning. But then when we got home, we found one of our cats had been mauled by an eagle. So we spent the rest of the night stitching him up, and
You stitched it up?
yeah, they wanted $1,500 just to put an IV in him, and
Holy
they
wow.
wanted $250 up front. And we couldn't, you know.
That was Sunday?
That was Sunday. So then
What's doing now?
he's doing good. We were just talking to him on the camera. He's trying to get out. We got him on bed rest in our bedroom, and right now he's on the windowsill, and he's bandaged up. Went back in there. We wrap him, you know, clean it out, wrap him every morning. Give him antibiotics twice a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you get antibiotics?
Yeah, like we got a good vet in town, but like I said, it was Sunday and no emergencies, so we got like antibiotics and stuff to take care of him. It's just the initial visit we couldn't swing it, so he's doing well, but that messed us up. That one glitch, which is it's a big one, but that put me
Bring
back.
it back though. How did you get the cat to be calm enough to give him stitches?
Well, we actually super glued him. So he was pretty exhausted. He had been down in the basement for, I don't know, he had maggots on him, so down there for a while. Yeah, but they actually probably did him a favor because they cleaned him out. Yeah, they cleaned him out pretty good. So he was like this morning, he laid up, just real relaxed. Just he knew we had to get in there and do our thing, so he put his paw up and everything, let us do it, and then it came time to give him his meds, and he doesn't like that, so that was a little rough. But yeah, he's doing really well. But just that one thing put us back. We had to shoot to Minnesota and drop that break off, and then I was 2 hours late, and then I was even a few minutes late for the reschedule. So, and it's just, I'm getting calls left and right, and they're all over the surrounding counties. Without the license, it's been hard on the wife here. She's doing school, so she's my.
Are you eligible for the occupational at this?
I wanted to talk to you all about that. Well, I was gonna ask down at the courthouse, but like I went to get my license back on Tuesday, and we're all set to go, but I have to get the ID and the insurance SR22 first. But the DMV lady said that there was like something on there that said I'm not eligible until 2025. So I'm wondering, she said it was eligible for occupational, but that OW second, is that like standard to suspend me for a year and make me have to get the occupational? Or is there a reason why I would be not eligible for the regular license?
It would be because of that, or if you got any OARs or anything after that as well,
okay.
because then it tax it on
Okay.
to extend that.
Because
But do the occupational.
because it still says like the case is open on the DMV website, and she's like, you need to make sure this is closed or we can't reinstate you.
Our case is open?
It says OWI, and it's reading the paperwork's in my truck. I wish I would have brought it
Take a
in.
look at it after court. 'Cause
All
it
right,
should be
cool.
closed.
But other than that,
Paula can look at it.
cool. I'm good to go. I did the assessment.
How do you spell your last name?
It's,
Just the first four.
Yeah, SAAV.
That's where I was wrong. I put it after that. Okay. All right. So it sounds like you are doing really, really good.
Yeah, life is good.
Life is good. I mean, you look, quite honestly, when you first came in here, it looked a little scary.
I was a little salty, yeah.
Yeah. At the one of the first hearings and for the first time and knowing that incident. And you are calming down and you're relaxing. And I think you are adjusting to, as Amanda said, this boring life.
It's not boring, but yeah,
It's a
just
busy life, but it's not a partying, going out and raising havoc kind of life.
yeah, no, it's definitely
Do you know what
balanced.
county that OWI was in?
That would be this one.
This one?
And then your
Okay.
first was
My first was Walworth.
municipal court though, right?
Yeah, that was just they ended up running it as like a
Yeah, ours
reckless.
shows it's closed.
I'll have to get something from you guys from the courts then, because I have the sheets you printed out for me, and it definitely says open. And it had the date on there for this one. Okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
meet you after.
Cool.
So, all right, okay,
So I should have that soon.
good. And so you're gonna be able to handle all of your responsibilities and requirements when your daughters come?
Yeah.
And, because I forget, you said 8 and 10?
8 and 10. Yep. And then we got 3 at home. 11, 12, and 16. So
Well, a 16-year-old should be able to help.
I know. I see. We should have brought him. Yeah, he's definitely pitching in. He was helping me at work the other day, and he's helping me yesterday. We're putting up a fence around our garden. So we were setting posts yesterday, and he helps when he can.
Oh,
So
good. That's good to hear.
mhm.
Anything else you want to add or talk about?
No, I'm
All
good.
right, well, keep up the work, and you have a sponsor. Are you utilizing your sponsor when
Yeah.
you are having any issues or feelings?
No. I meet him Mondays, every Monday, so that works. Because I have a group in town anyways. He didn't make it this last Monday. I think he was a little busy, and I actually had an appointment in Long Lake for a new client, so we rescheduled. But sometimes, like when we're not there physically, we do the phone conference, and that seems to work. So.
Okay. Now, if you are gonna be overwhelmed, or if you're starting to feel those feelings of being overwhelmed or having some anxiety, who are you gonna reach out to?
Well, I mean, I have a lot of people at home. that pretty good reading me. But yeah, I learned the hard way with my relapse when I smoked was he said, yeah, you're supposed to call me before you smoke and before you relapse, not tell me after. So I know that now. But he's pretty good with that. But me and Casey, we talk about a lot. So I don't think there'll be an issue there.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. How many days have you been sober?
I've been sober since the 11th of April.
April 11th. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Riley, because did somebody check on whether or not
I didn't, I
this is?
didn't send that email. I apologize. I'll do that after this.
Okay, Riley, we may have a slight change that you don't have to, but Tessa's gonna confirm with that if it's an evidence-based rule or whatever, that you don't have to go 172 days. You can say April 11th. Whatever is easiest for you. All right, Ian? Dun, dun, dun.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm really good. Really good.
So I heard that you had an excellent time.
Yep. It was a great weekend. Really great weekend. Yeah. Thank you for letting me go.
Well, thank you for going.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
We met a lot of people. We've seen a lot of speakers. I did a lot of talking with my sponsor. So that was a really good time. It's kind of goofy, but like probably my favorite time was like afterwards we went to a hot tub and sauna at the end of the night.
Yeah,
And I just sat and talked with my sponsor for probably like 2 hours. So that was like
nice.
that was probably like the highlight of my trip. But
Where
I
did
mean,
Jaden go? What did she do?
she sat in the hot tub, but like me and him kept going in and out of the sauna, just sitting there talking to each other. So I don't know, it was a really good time. I mean, I learned a lot of cool things. There's this giant what do you call it? Sobriety count. Like there's like 200 and some people there, and then they do like a huge sobriety count. And I was the only person that stood up for 5 months. And it was kind of cool.
Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
is something to be proud of.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'd definitely go again.
I'm really glad to. And I guess I should have asked Riley or anything. Are you guys all familiar with each other? Does everybody know everybody here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to introduce two or just one?
He's
One
not here,
person?
yeah.
He's not here. All right, just one other person here in a minute, but so you had a great time. You're doing well. What's some news on the job front?
Oh, well, I just got my ticket paid off for my driver's license. I got to schedule the written test, get the SR22, get the interlock, and then
Half price, you're gonna do that
yep,
application?
yeah, I already
Okay.
did the application and got approved for it.
Okay,
So yeah, I got all of that. So I believe I have to send in a money order for $20 for the reinstatement fee through Minnesota. So it's kind of just a waiting game on that. So,
all right.
but yeah, as soon as that happens, I mean, I got job opportunities. That's not even an issue.
Now, in the meantime, while you're waiting for all of that and doing all of those things, what are you doing to keep yourself busy? I know you have a 2-year-old.
Yeah, that not a whole lot. I mean,
Are
kind
you
of
helping with the dishes? Are you cleaning the bathrooms? Are you cleaning the kitchens? Are you helping out with, I know you watch your son, I think
Yeah.
it's your son, but are you helping with all of the other stuff so that you can contribute?
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of yard work in the last 2 weeks.
Are you making a meal?
Oh yeah, I cook all the time.
You do cook up,
Yeah,
that's positive.
I love cooking. That's
And
like
do you clean up or is that somebody else's job? Some
it's
families
usually
say
someone else's job.
you cook, they clean. But what about like, are you doing some bathroom cleaning? Are you doing some like mopping or
Well, I
vacuuming?
vacuum and stuff like that. I haven't for a while, but
'Kay.
yeah.
You gotta scrub the toilet once in a while,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's every once in a while, you
Every
gotta take
once
a
in a
turn.
while, just pitch in a little bit more,
I will.
start helping out a little bit more, until you have a job and You know, even then though,
Yeah.
even when you have a job, houses still need to be
Queen.
taken care of. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's a joint effort with all of the family.
Yeah.
So that's good. It sounds like you are, I mean, just as I don't know how well you know Riley.
Pretty well.
You know Riley pretty well.
Yeah.
And so did you know him when he was a kid?
Yes, I've known him for many, many years.
And you know him now?
Yes, I'm very proud of him. I'm really proud of that he's gotten a second chance. He deserves it.
And I'm going to tell you that with Riley and with you, I've seen, because you weren't a juvenile when I first saw you.
No, just fresh.
You were
as
acting
adult.
like it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you had grandma and grandpa, or I know that you adopted, I don't know what I
Call him
should,
grandma and grandpa.
grandma and
but
grandpa.
They're my parents.
Your parents, if I wasn't hollering at you, then they were. But look at where you've come.
Yeah,
And you've made so many changes, and I am so proud of you and who you are here today.
thank you.
And the fact that you are continuing to make those positive changes and doing those things. And I think if you and Riley did know each other when you were young and you know each other now, you guys can be a very good, solid influence on each other and a
Absolutely.
good direction
Absolutely.
in the right way.
Absolutely.
So that is, I mean, sometimes it's negative to have those connections from the past.
No.
Sometimes in this, I think it's going to be a positive. You both are
Absolutely.
doing well. You're taking the steps. You know where to reach out and when to reach out, and you can use each other for support.
Absolutely.
So that's really good to hear. What else is going on?
I'm getting my teeth fixed.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's kind of a slow process. Oh, that's him.
You're in trouble.
Wait, it's not time?
Your face got a little red.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that happened to me in the one of the speakers. My monitor went off. Had to grab it out and run outside, but it wasn't that big of a deal. What was I saying now?
You're getting your teeth fixed.
Oh yeah, I'm getting my teeth fixed. It's a slow process. I have to get like one tooth pulled each time, and I've already been down there 3 times. So.
Ouch! Why
Yeah.
only one?
Because I got in on like a whim, like they weren't accepting new clients, so like he only has an hour to work with me each time that I go down there. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting partials in the front, and yeah,
That's exciting.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Because I know that this has been, since it happened in that accident, I know
Yeah.
you've been very self-conscious.
Yeah, it'll definitely be nice to not have the messed up front teeth. I didn't even mess these ones up from drugs. So it's a kind of a crappy story starter, but yeah, I don't know. I'm
Well,
definitely looking forward to that.
It's gonna be a good story.
Yeah.
I mean, and it can be because of the way you've turned everything around.
Yeah, anybody that knows who I am, I mean, and actually cares about me knows that all the things that I'm doing is the right thing. Family life, it gets better every day. My life gets better every day.
It does.
Yeah.
You are a different person, Ian.
Thank you.
How many days have you been sober?
I've had 156 days sober.
Good job.
Ain't I supposed to phase up today?
Are.
Oh, no, no, that's not gonna happen.
Oh.
Yes, you are. I was getting to that.
Yeah.
But thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
So, yeah. You get a phase up. So tell me, why do you want to phase up?
I want to phase up because I feel like I'm really getting the hang of the program. Every day I try and commit myself to everything. Like when it comes to groups, making sure I'm to see my PO.
Riley, Jeremy, stop.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, I get to phase, or like I just I try and put my time in every day. Trying to work to get myself better. I don't know. I feel that that's. I'm not trying to just go get through this easily. I'm actually putting the time in to get it done.
And you're gonna get the reward after, and you're gonna be a completely different Ian.
Thank you.
And so I think that is wonderful. So congratulations, you get to phase up here today, and you get a couple little gifts to do so.
Okay.
So congratulations, everybody. drawing or are we not drawing today? We're not drawing today. Okay. All right, Mr. Baker. Everybody, this is Earl. How are you doing today, Earl?
I'm okay.
You're okay. Well, I want everybody to meet Earl. This is Earl. Earl, right now, I know that you are in the process, you're working full-time, you're paying your child support, you're paying your bills, you're doing all that you need to do to be responsible and to keep your sobriety. I want you to tell me a couple things, like, do you have a sponsor who you're working with? I know I asked you some of these things at your last probation review hearing, but what are you doing to keep yourself sober?
I got a mentor, like a spiritual mentor that I met through my church in Eau Claire that I talked to. I went down and seen him after I got out of jail. Working full time. As far as recovery stuff goes, I go to church every Sunday.
Is it a local church?
Yeah.
In Grantsburg?
Yep.
Okay.
So I have a pastor there that I touch base with every week.
Okay.
I actually contacted him while I was in jail, but my main thing is to replicate a support system up here now that my transition's up here.
Now, when are you fully transitioned up here? Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're building your support system.
Well, attempting to. I moved up here January 15th, March 15th, I got caught with dope. So I had 45 days.
But were you caught here?
No, it was down in Buffalo County.
Okay, that's what I thought. It wasn't here. I don't have any cases here.
No, so that case is all closed, but I mean, so I just got out on the 28th of April and I'm just now getting back into the routine of night shift.
Okay.
So it's gonna be another scheduled shift and I'm gonna be tired. Like right now, I'm just in a fog, had 2 hours of sleep. I mean, just imagine like getting up at 1 a.m. and going to meetings for 2 hours and then going home and then going back to work. So that's what I'm gonna be transitioning into.
Okay. And I'm gonna let you know, though, that work and other obligations and responsibilities does not come into drug court. It's like, that's just what you have to figure out and you have to do. But in our discussion, and that's one of the reasons it took us so long, because we want to be able to provide you with the support and the services, and we think that you would succeed and you would do very well in drug court. Right now, we think it's a little premature because you're doing well, you're building your job and those things, and you had your setback and you were readjusted with
Right.
a court case somewhere else and you sat some time. So we're going to just be watching. Okay.
So I'm not gonna.
We're not admitting you right now,
All right, I appreciate.
but your
that,
application is still open
Dan.
and it's not pending, but it's gonna, as Riley was put on hold on a shelf, you're put on hold on a shelf right now because quite honestly, other than the slip up from Buffalo County months and months and months, it was a long time ago because you've already resolved that
Right.
case. Other than that, you don't have the high needs, high risk, at least at this time.
Right.
You keep doing what you're doing. You're keeping your job full-time. You're paying your bills. You're paying your child support. You're not hanging out with people that'll bring you down. You're not doing anything to get into trouble. Then there wouldn't be, it would just be a waste of resources to have you.
Right. I actually just got pulled over on my way to work, like not last night, but the night before. And
Did you let your probation officer know?
Mhm.
Okay.
And my
That's
license
why you
was
get in trouble.
canceled and I didn't know why, because when I got out of jail, I checked it and it was good. But it was just a filing mix up with my because I had a DUI like 3 years ago or whatever, but for my driver safety plan, the counselor that did it retired or quit and moved on. So the filing never got to the DMV that it was complete. And I had to go through all my certificates that I've been earning since 2019, since you sentenced, or since before you sentenced me. Excuse me, I got a dry mouth, but I got like 150 certificates of programs I've did. And I was able to use one of them certificates to fix my license, and it was the easiest fix that I've ever had. I was amazed.
And
So-
wasn't that good?
Yeah.
All right, so we're not saying no, but we're not saying we're gonna have you participate right now,
Right.
okay? So you may get called back later. So if Miss Anderson calls you, if Tessa calls you, then you know why. But as long as you're you're going on the straight and narrow, you're keeping your full-time job, you're doing all of those things. It wouldn't make sense for us to come in and, like a whole force.
So are you gonna keep that probation review hearing that you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm always gonna watch and want an update.
All right.
So, and then you'll be able to update me unless we get some update prior to. Oh, it's in 2 weeks? Oh, well, then I don't need to do it in 2 weeks. So I'll take that one off and I'll just have a different date and time sent to you in the mail,
Okay.
okay? And it's just gonna be an update on where you are, what you're doing, if you're still testing and it's all negative and all of those things, just to get an update. You're paying your dues, your costs, your fees, you're doing what you need to do, okay?
Okay.
All right? So then, look in the mail, because I'll tell my assistant, she'll take it off and she'll put one probably a couple months down the road.
All right.
Right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think that was all,
I'll
right?
have to give him a call. Rain, a call.
Oh, yeah, Rain. Well, all right, thank you. Then we are adjourned. Congratulations, everybody. A great week.
Taking that. Carrying on.